Hey everyone, Horseman here with a Destiny 2 post-launch video. This video is going to highlight my personal opinions about the sequel to one of the most hyped up games in recent history. Before we get started, I'm going to warn you that this video may contain spoilers, though I do not put any direct references to the story in this video. Spoilers may come in the form of equipment, environments, abilities, weapons, and enemies. If this bothers you, you still have time to click away. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Just like in the first Destiny, you'll be able to choose your guardian, a warlock, a hunter, or a titan. Each of these classes will have different abilities and roles that they would play in a three-man fire team. Essentially, it comes down to how you enjoy playing. Character creation is somewhat limited. You get to choose your race, your gender, as well as your face, hairstyle, hair color, eye color, and any type of markings to your face. So if you're looking for any way to change the face at all, like as far as scales, cheekbones, jawlines, lips, eyebrows, anything like that, you will not be able to find it here. As the trailer led us to believe, the servants of the Traveler, or Guardians, have their power stripped from them when Ghaul, an evil Cabal dictator, comes and entraps the Traveler. Though his purpose for doing so becomes known throughout the story, that will be up to you to find out. Right off the cuff, you awaken and find yourself without the ability to connect with the light, aka no powers, and now the Guardians actually have the ability to die. And that becomes a major concern. So let's go hunt down the guy who's responsible, right? Whee! Alright, enough of that. First, let's talk about the graphics. I always start there because it's clearly going to be something that will be enticing people more so than anything else at first glance. What you see here is running on the PC. More specifically, a GTX 980 Ti with vertical sync on so that my cat frame rate is going to be at about 60 frames per second. The environments are absolutely breathtaking and worth some time to truly enjoy the splendor. Each planet that you visit around the solar system will have its own unique touches and landscape varieties. Colors are vibrant and alien, which gave me a sense of wonder as I explored each of the reasons for the spoils of war. Shadowing and lighting further shows off the beauty of the world around you as the shadows dance off of every detail of your surroundings. Whether you're in the darkened corridor or out in the open, lighting and shadows play a vital role in breathing life into the artwork here.
Someone there? Listen, don't ask me how this happened. I don't have time to explain what I don't have time to understand.
One of my biggest gripes with the first installment of Destiny was the loot. I had played at launch and RNG was never really on my side. It had gotten to the point where even getting a blue item was something of an oddity. Forget getting a legendary or exotic. This is not really the case now. Though you still won't be getting showered in legendary or exotic items, I can say that I've gotten a handful of legendary drops and a single exotic drop thus far. These will also be something that you will acquire throughout your progression through the story as quest rewards as well. Green and blue items drop much more frequently, and they always give you a reason to look at your loadout for new improvements. A good way to get geared once you hit the level cap at level 20 is by building up reputation with the faction on each planet. Collecting planet tokens or randomly placed items of interest around the regional maps can be redeemed with the planet's main point of contact for Engram related rewards that can typically land you a nice legendary item. The tokens can be acquired through finding random chests, as well as taking out high-value targets or completing hunt quests and public events. High value targets are enemies that have an increased difficulty rating and sometimes are best taken care of with a group of foes. This is a feature that was carried on from the first Destiny. The enemy has only a limited period of time to be around before it retreats, taking its spoils with it. Once defeated though, a chest will appear nearby for your just rewards. Another way to gear up and get reputation tokens is through public events. Public events are set in locations within the region and recycle themselves over time. They involve a call to a banner with which you interact with as a call to arms to other nearby guardians. After a countdown is completed, the start of the event is signified by a darkening of the sky and the objectives of the event will be relayed to you. Complete the event to get your rewards. If a certain parameter is met within the event, it will become a heroic event, which will then increase the difficulty and drop extra loot. Familiar voices are back to reprise the roles of the signature fire team, Zavala, Ikra, and Cayde 6. Their performances greatly enhance the mood of the mission that you're on to stop Ghaul's ambitions in their tracks. Your ghost returns and essentially speaks in your stead, so your character never actually speaks. This is something that has always been of an annoyance to me. I am not a fan of silent protagonists. The sounds of the weapons and the impacts of explosions have a feel that is satisfying when you send heads popping, especially the hand cannon. Music is fitting for each environment, while still holding a tried and true Destiny feel that lies somewhere between the low, mellow, meticulously orchestrated calm to powerful, epic music for your more intense scenes. Key bindings on the PC can be manipulated to your liking, but for some reason, the super ability key binding always resets itself every time I close out the application, forcing me to reset it upon re-entry. This is something of an annoyance, since I do often forget and therefore get into a sticky situation and can't unleash my best attacks. Hopefully this is something that will get addressed in the future. For those that enjoy the controller, the auto-aim feature is only available for such. Personally, I prefer the keyboard and mouse. After having completed the story, I can say that the plot was used before and somewhat weak. Though I enjoyed playing through it, I still felt that there could have been more to the story. The story mission arc was short and open-ended, begging for upcoming expansions. Unexpectedly, the social aspect of the game is the same as the console version and the same as Destiny 1, in that there's really no talking to other players, and that is a frustrating thing in an MMO-styled game with which you must rely on to talk to other people that work with you. And there are also times where I simply want to ask a question like, how do you do something? Or, hey, where did you get that piece of armor? Or, wow, what is that weapon? Things like that. Overall, the game is strong and a lot of fun. Controls are on point, combat is flashy and great at making you feel like you're in beast mode. Loot doesn't feel as unobtainable as it did in the first installment. I absolutely love the Warlock, but for the first time I feel encouraged to try other classes and play on past the confines of the story. Destiny 2 is certainly a title worth playing and worth the $60 minimum brand new price tag in my opinion. I recommend this title if you enjoy first-person shooters and action RPGs. A good comparison would be that of the Borderlands series, which I also heavily recommend. Alright, well that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please throw it a like and subscribe for more as I continue my progress through Destiny. Until next time, Horseman out.